How's it going? I am. I, I don't have an excuse. I almost started on time today. Like I almost started like at a good, reasonable time today, and then it suddenly became really important to draw pictures of scarves for no reason. So I might have drawn pictures of scarves for no reason. So that was how the day started with procrastination, and then I'm going to continue with procrastination by working more on side quests today instead of working on a real project or like another project that I should be working on. For example, the next project that I plan on working on. Sorry, don't mind me. Just still setting up a little bit. So today, oh, I still have the picture of the scarf on screen. Wait, just in case anyone doesn't know how to make a scarf, I drew a picture. I don't know. Apparently, that's the thing. Some people just don't wear scarves, and if you don't wear a scarf, you just never know how am I supposed to wear a scarf? And so, I'm not a professional scarf wearer. Hey, Days Flash, how's it going? Welcome. I'm not a professional scarf wearer per se, but this is the technique that I prefer. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. So let's instead. Yeah, I know what. Oops, where am I going? See. Projects. I mean, I know what I should be working on now, but actually, at the end of the day, I kind of left it with a cliffhanger. Jonas, hey, welcome. I did not, at the end of day yesterday, decide whether I would make the desert and connect the desert to the mountains and the river, or if I would make the snow backgrounds that I've already made. If I would, hey, wow, look, everyone's here. Captain Island, welcome. No nightmares about an ice river. I don't remember my dreams last night. Sometimes I've been keeping pieces of them, but a lot of the time I just most of the time I just yeah, no, it doesn't really stay with me. So I am well rested. That's the good news. So well rested that I couldn't even start on time. But right, okay. So hold on. Sorry, I was biding my time slightly because I don't know. It feels weird not to have the script running. So I'm gonna do that first, and then once that. Oh yeah, hey, look! Remember that stuff? Remember the stuff that we made yesterday? Look at it. Look at stuff. All right, so the transitions are going to be really important for this background, incidentally, because the background itself is really, or this environment itself is like really. I don't think I'm lagging. My bandwidth seems okay. Might be Twitch. If hopefully that'll resolve itself. Hopefully. This background is really busy, so it'll be important to introduce the pieces like one by one, so that way it doesn't just look like a noisy mess. It's a little noisy, to be honest, for starters. But yeah, so the transitions are going to be really important. And then I'm putting off. I'm just procrastinating like on so many levels today because I'm even just putting off opening up that file that I was working on at the end of the day yesterday, because I know like one of two things is going to happen. I'm going to see it and I'm going to think to myself, that's something we can work with. Let's continue on making the snow connect to the river. Or I'm going to be like, no, unsalvageable. And I'm really hoping it's the first of the two. But, yeah, I haven't looked at this since yesterday, so is it this? Layer step? No, it's river transition, forest, near ground, .pdn. Wait. No, where did I save this? Did I just not save it? That would be somehow amazing. And awful. I mean, it answered the question for us. Wait, where am I? Oh, I'm in the wrong folder set altogether. No, not river to forest. Wow. Thanks, brain. Snow to river. Yeah, okay, so I probably did save it. So it'd be what? It'd be nearground.pdn. Alright. Oh yeah, I did finish B-Box. I'm gonna call that fine. I'm gonna call this fine, and I'm gonna go with this. I don't care. I did finish B-Box. I think my score was, I know roughly what it was, but I think it was 100, no, excuse me, 1,112, I believe was my final score. It might have been like, there were a lot of ones. It was like 111, and I think it was like 12 or like 13 or 14 or something like that. It was like in the low, I think it was 1,112 was my final score for that game. I started out really strong on that one, but then it kind of petered out. It didn't really stay as outstanding. It eventually just kind of, I got a few bad configurations, and it just kind of went downhill. What layers did I draw that silly bridge on? Silly bridge. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to keep this, and I guess I'll go with the silly bridge, I think. I think this is fine. It's not perfect, and I still have to sell the end of the ice, the part where the ice actually breaks, and I don't know how I'm going to do that exactly. But I, like, just based on what I have here, yeah, it's not quite as bad as I remembered it. Either that, or it's not as severe. It's not that it's not as bad as I remembered it. It's that it's not as severe as it felt yesterday. Yesterday, it felt like I had to get this so correct, and if I didn't get this correct, then oh my gosh, the world was gonna end. But like the thing about that is that no, like this is a very small detail, and so the fact that it's good-ish, it's like passable. The fact that it's passable is like satisfactory. This situation, yeah, it's a full moon. It's been a full moon all week so far. It might be a full moon all week. It might be nighttime and a full moon all week. I don't know. Anything could happen, right? So one thing is that, oh yeah, why isn't this bridge more snow covered? That's weird, isn't it? There's just no snow on this bridge for some reason. So alright, so let's put some snow on the bridge for starters. Sample tool from image. Thank y'all. I'll make a new layer for the bridge snow because I'm probably going to get it wrong before I get it right. And then, of course, we just need little dots of snow on the top of the fence posts because that's cute. That is the cutest thing that happens in snow. It connects on top of little surfaces like this. And then yeah, so then the other thing is that, or one of the other things is that we need a little bit of snow. We basically just need to continue the, yeah, so put enough of this snow onto the bridge so that it looks like snow on the bridge. Actually, no, I guess it doesn't have to be all over the place. It doesn't have to be, like, covered. Because, like, if it's trod enough, then eventually there won't be as much snow there. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much is the right amount. Am I a TV presenter in a good way, or am I a TV presenter in a bad way? Like, are you saying that it's high production quality, or that I'm surrounded in the trappings of old media? I don't know. I'm gonna take it as a compliment and just hope that that's what you meant. Alright, so Yeah, how does snow cover? Alright, so let's look at snow-covered bridges, shall we? And as is usual uh, with as is usual with my use of reference images, I'm going to look at stuff and then I'm just going to do whatever I want anyways. I'm going to pretend to care about this stuff and then just do my own thing. So yeah, so most of these bridges, well, I mean, these bridges don't look very well tread. Like our bridge is going to be very heavily tread, so there's probably going to be a little bit of wear in the middle. But yeah, I think so. I'm going to say the snow is probably going to collect more towards the edges, actually, more towards the edges of the bridge than the center. So we might actually just have the center clear, and like the bridge is actually visible underneath here. But we will put snow up around the edges, I guess. And it doesn't have to be dark snow, because this is not snow that we're walking on necessarily. Oh, but it is kind of in the line of like snow that we'd walk on, so I'll have to make sure that, yeah, because I think the adventurers are going to kind of tread like a little bit on that snow, and so I won't get rid of it entirely. It'll be like, you get rid of enough so that it's clear that this is a bridge, or that, you know, it's not impossible to guess that this is a bridge. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Micro Awesome. Oh, sorry, I missed that one, Jonas. But shh, don't tell. Okay. Yeah, this is fun. You'll notice I'm not as worried as I was yesterday. Not because things are literally better, but because I worried a lot yesterday, and things didn't get better. So I'm going to try a different approach other than worrying this time. So I do need to add the T word. I do need to add texture to the bridge, but only slightly. Just so it's not like a giant brown whatever. I'm just gonna make slats basically. So let's color pick this color and then deepen it to. I don't know why the color panel never stays expanded. Like I always have to reopen it every time I work in Paint.net. I should probably just get a better paint program. I should probably just upgrade to a more sophisticated tool. Probably. Hey, it's event time. First event of the day. Is it a good one? Hall of Treasures. Hey, what a way to start the day. Alright, I think I'm going to cheat slightly the board slots so that they start off, well, not like that. I'm gonna cheat them so that they start off like angly, and by the end of the bridge I think they're gonna be a little more like straight down. Well, that's not a very subtle, that's a very subtle change. That's not a major change. So yeah, maybe I won't worry about that. Alright, I'm just gonna cut slots. Because again, this is a very small detail, so it's not going to make an outrageous difference. In the overall aesthetic, I'm getting not slanty. Why am I not? I'm like losing the slant. I don't know if that's apparently it's really difficult for me to stay slanted. Well, if I lose a bit of the slant, then that's fine, because I was actually planning on losing a bit of the slant. So if I lose them unintentionally, then good. Sure. How about that? Alright, so that's basically our bridge. Hold on, I'll do a little bit of touch-up on that, just so the lines aren't too samey. Just narrow it slightly. Yeah. And then, I think I should probably desaturate the bridge a little bit, because, whoops. That's one of the most annoyances of Paint.net. If you accidentally click Z instead of Control Z, like when you're undoing stuff, it switches to the zoom tool, and you get like a really close-up look of something very small. Annoying, but of all the annoyances, it's probably the most charming. Those wood slots are a bit too big, I think. So I'm just gonna touch them up real quick, and then we'll move on. So like this one in particular was just too much. There needs to be like 2 of them there, and probably here as well. Actually, I'm just gonna resize all of these. I think they got smaller towards the end, but they were really big at the start because like the line width made it look like they were gonna be, like the boards were gonna be narrower. But anyways, there, easy stuff. No, not at all. Not even close. Oh, the current game. Oh, sorry, Micro Awesome. I missed your question. Actually, so I've heard good things about Krita, I guess. So I'm probably like when I get smart, I'm probably going to check out Krita, which is like supposed to be cool. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll find out someday. But I'm stubbornly sticking with Paint.net just because I still just don't have respect for myself as like a quote unquote artist, and so I keep telling myself that, you know, this is fine for now. It's not, but I keep telling myself that regardless. Alright, so I'm just gonna beef up the snow slightly just because it's adorable. You know, I don't know if everyone lives in places where there's snow, but like after snowfall, like snow sits on top of like if there's a signpost or like a fence post or something, snow will just kind of like sit on top of it. And like if something's like perfectly vertical, it'll just like sit in a little like cake of snow on top of the on top of the thing. Like as long as it, you know, as long as there's some like surface on top of it, oops, did I miss that one? Forget. It will you know, it'll collect a little bit, but then it will only collect on the very top, because if the sides are vertical, then sorry. I just like it in real life, so if I like something in real life, I try and incorporate it into the game somehow. You know, whenever appropriate. Am I on the correct layer? I hope I'm on the correct layer. Oops, it's a little too much taken off. I'm just gonna shave it down slightly. I mean, this is all one layer. Like this isn't gonna parallax against itself, so it's really not super important, this detail, because it's very subtle. But oh yeah, that was the other thing, is some of the snow doesn't have to be so dark. Like it can be a little bit lighter. Not all of it though. The lower part should stay fairly darker. So we'll just like build it up a little bit, I guess. Good, cover up more of the river. That's that's what we want to see here. Oh, I never answered about the current game. Excuse me. The current game that we're working on is actually the game that's playing along on the bottom of the screen right now. So I advise paying attention to Trusty Bard when you see Trusty Bard speaking up in chat, because Trusty Bard knows the score, or he rather knows what's up. And Trusty Bard, the chat participant, is basically the game, like basically the voice of the game. So if you would care to play along, watch for Trusty Bard in chat, and that's how you can find out what the deal is, I guess. I guess there can be a little bit of snow on the other, well, there's a little snow on the other side of the river, right? Because this ground texture is snow. Although we do want it to like fade out a little bit. We want it to get gradual. I guess actually I think I'll want a break here. So I'll probably want to have a little bit of like the part where like just basically a gap between where the snow on the bridge is compared to the shoreline. I also need to resolve the shoreline because I left it very, very temp. guess I might extend the bridge. Whoops, I might extend the bridge slightly, like just another plank or two. Maybe just like that. Does that does that mess up the shape of the? Yeah, no, I liked it better when it was like more angly. Never mind. So the bridge will just kind of end, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. And then let's also erase a little bit of. Is this the layer that has the the river on it? Oh, and I deleted the stuff underneath it, so I'll have to cover up that a little bit. So let's take this snowy path thing, which I think is the background layer, and just shift it down slightly, because it ends at an arbitrary point. So, oops, I think it includes that snow in the background, so let's not include that, or let's not accidentally change that. So let's just translate. Oops, it's not translating. There we go. Just slide it a few pixels down so it gets covered up again. All right, that's fine. And then deselect. Oh, sorry, I saw this thing. I answered the other question and I didn't come back and answer this. Shading on the wood poles. I like animating, sorta like Stickman animated versus. Oh, Days Flash. I think you know this already, but I don't take suggestions, so please refrain from voicing them, if you would. Be so kind. I like animating sort of like Stickman. Oh yeah, like these things. I use like a tablet, and I definitely recommend Wacom. Sorry, I'll get to your next question in a second. I recommend, well, like every of these tablets that I've had have been. Oh, I don't know if you can actually read that, but it says Wacom, WACOM. They make solid stuff. Like there might be other good ones out there. I've always had Wacom myself, so that's the one that I can recommend. Yeah, this one's really cheap. I just got it for like $50. It was like their cheapest model, but I definitely recommend getting like a super cheap one, or like, I mean, if you're not sure about it, like definitely get one, or definitely recommend getting one. And if you're not sure about it, go for a super cheap one, because it's not going to cost you much, and you can try it out. And like even the small ones, you can work with it. And I'm curious to know why you think you're a woman in the game. I'm guessing it's because I made the characters very gender inspecific. Like there aren't male characters and there aren't female characters in the game. So I guess you're responding to the fact that your character is not like uber masculine, which yes, that's true, because yeah. But I don't know why you'd think your character is a woman necessarily. I mean, like there's no like overt genitalia. I mean, I assume you're just going by like the no, I have no clue, and I'm curious to find out why you think that. All right, so okay, so a little more snow, and then I have to melt it out entirely, so the snow has to get patchy, and then eventually conclude, and I still need to do the ice melting, which so let's look for river ice melts. I think it gets gray before it melts, or I think it gets like foggy or like cloudy before it melts. I think. Why does shopping pop up as like the second result sometimes? All right, so this is like snow covered. No, well, I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, but if you were unsure, why did you assume that you were a woman? Doesn't that seem... Oh, no, you're unsure about the tablet. Gotcha. Stream delay. It's weird to carry on conversations through stream delay. It bends space and time. Mostly just time. Yeah, so... I guess, Yeah, I guess I'll do more of, like, the fogginess before it melts. And then, yeah, so it'll turn like, oh, okay, well, so what layer is that on? the background layer. No, it's above the background layer, right? It's on layer 5. Yeah. So let's take this color and start to take over. Not completely, but let's just like by this point we have to have switched like to be primarily this color. So let's I don't know. Let's see what we can do there. I guess yeah. So with detailing, will I keep on this? I guess I'll keep like a I'll use this. I guess I'll switch. I don't know. It's kind of like a. I don't know if it'll make sense, but I'll kind of like switch this this color over to shading instead. Also, why is there still snow here? That's not a place for snow. That's an inappropriate place to have snow. All right, so I have to cover up the orange stuff, and so I'll see if I can do like an ice sheet that kind of like I don't know if this is gonna read quite right, but I want to do like an ice sheet that just kind of like extends outwards a little bit, like that, I guess, kind of, and then I'll use a little bit of this for shading. I don't know if that's gonna read. Very subtle. Oops. Yeah, that could be okay. And just like cut down the top a little bit, and then yeah, this is too dramatic though. This switch from darkly shaded to lightly shaded. Oh, yeah. I guess it's a little indistinct in the snow. The no, the yellow on your hat is the alpha badge. That was what you got for participating in the alpha. Yeah, I guess that is where you would stick a flower, kind of. I mean, I think the flower would typically be a little closer to the ear, because I think it's usually, well, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways. Alright, let's continue with the river. So how is it gonna like blend between the two? I mean, I guess ideally it'd be like subtle, right? Because the whole point of this is like, let's not draw too much attention to the fact that this idea is like a little bit half formed. So like, I don't know if I can somehow like as like not overtly as possible, like oops, right. Yeah, I don't know, something like that. I think that might be close enough for now, at least. I'll touch up other things, and then we can get this implemented, and we can make the art go crazy, which is always fun. We can make it run like 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's always fun. Oops. Way too much taken off from that. I think it looks like the orange is getting covered up entirely here. Hold on, I'm going to zoom in and see and make sure that's the case. I approve. I thoroughly endorse that approach to life, as I think weirdness is what makes it interesting. If nothing was weird, then pretty much everything would be boring. Those two things are not like inherently, like necessarily mandatorily tied, but lack of weirdness and boredom. For me, I notice a correlation there. Distinct correlation. A mathematically. What's the term for when there's a correlation that's like statistically significant? I think there's a statistically significant correlation there. All right. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing to myself because I try not to use very fine brushes, but I just need it to sculpt. I'm not actually trying to put in like fine detail. So if you see me start etching something, then that means I've gone too far. But I think I just need I need to thicken this up a little bit, because if I get too thin, like the reason I try and avoid getting too thin is because when I get too thin, it makes it just look really weird. Just like it's like I don't know. I accidentally, when I was like putting in the waterfall, I made the waterfall a little too, like parts of the waterfall a little too thin, and like my eye was just like, what is that weird thing? So I try and avoid that as much as possible. All right. Post a link to it Jonas, I'll repost it. uh, Sounds like a strong contender for Game of the Year. I mean, I've seen nothing of it. You just told me what it was called, but just based on that alone. So wait, I'm gonna call this Bridge Snow, and I'm gonna call this Bridge so I can stop guessing what these things are supposed to be. Yeah. Okay. So the other cool thing about the bridge is that I'm not encouraging young people to walk across partially frozen water anymore, which I was never really encouraging them to do so, really, or like, I don't know. I guess I just felt a little bit bad for not discouraging it necessarily. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have a bridge post off the bridge. Oh, wow, I'm still using a really fine brush. I gotta change that before I do something dangerous. Yeah, wait, bridge post off the bridge. Yes, no? No, yes, no. Let's find out. I don't remember what color this is. And of course... Oh, maybe there is a clean sample somewhere. Like, that looks like a pretty clean sample of the color. When you work with really thin lines like that, it actually, I should probably get rid of that rope altogether. Because like yeah, I'm probably gonna get rid of that altogether, or redraw it in a thicker manner. Because as it is, like that. Speaking of things that are way too thin, speaking of lines that are way too thin, that one sucks. What was that? Like a 2-pixel brush or something? Why did I think that was appropriate? I guess because I was like, I was pretty sure when I was drawing the bridge in the first place, I was pretty sure I wasn't going to keep it. I was at that point, like in the back of my mind, I was already thinking like, all right, this is a train wreck. How can I get out of this? So I was just kind of like throwing things in. I'll keep a lot of it, but I will fix the rope. So it should at least be pixel width 3. What would 4 look like though? Because 4 is preferable actually. I mean, at this point, yeah, I guess I can thicken up the posts too. So wait, do I want this other post is the other question. I can yeah, I'll narrow that line a little bit because that is too thick, but I can also thicken up the posts and then it won't look as weird in contrast. All right. So the eraser tool, I don't want to go overboard with this, but just like, no, getting too thin. All right. Maybe I should just use a brush size, smaller brush size, because I mean, this is supposed to be fairly consistent thickness all the way across. Oops, not 7. 3. Because if it's supposed to be like a rope, then it would be like pretty consistently thick. Yeah, brush size 3 is probably fine. Because like I actually don't want to vary the line width of the rope, because the rope is like, this is supposed to be, I don't know, hypothetically this is a rope, and ropes don't vary dramatically in thickness. They're usually pretty consistently the same thickness through. At least the ropes I use are. Maybe I just use like some top tier ropes. Maybe a lot of ropes aren't like that. Maybe I'm just spoiled to the luxuries of actual question, sorry. Oh wow, that was a while ago. Sorry. Can you move the mouse and click stuff with the tablet pad thing? Oh yeah, so the tablet basically works as a mouse. So like when I move the when you see the cursor moving around on screen, like it's moving because I'm actually moving the tablet around, and that's because I'm not actually touching the surface. I don't know if you can. This is probably going to be hard to show, but I'm actually most of the time when I'm moving it around, I'm just like hovering it over the surface, because it has like a magical nib forged in cursortanium, and so that when I bring the magical nib near the the tablet of power, it can sense it, and so it knows where to put the mouse, and then it doesn't actually, and then when I touch the when I actually touch the stylus to the tablet, that's when I'm actually making a click action. So when the tablet is touching the when the stylus is touching the tablet, it's like I'm clicking and holding. So so like programs don't like necessarily have like special interpretations for like how the tablet works, because like it's basically just by following that paradigm. Like in a paint program, like if I move the mouse around and I click and I hold and I drag, that's how I draw a line, right? So it just kind of interprets it the same way. I think hypothetically there's supposed to be like there's a button on the side of my stylus, and I think like hypothetically it's supposed to like right click if I. So like hypothetically you can use the tablet as like a mouse for like a lot of things. Like here I'll go do things with my tablet as if it was or with my stylus as if it was a mouse. So like oh yeah, sometimes there's like a little virtual keyboard that you can pull up, so I can even be like let's go to, oh well, for some reason my cursor doesn't draw over my, oh, the virtual keyboard thinks it's for like a touchscreen tablet. But anyways, yeah, this is me navigating as if my tablet were my primary input device, my primary clicking input device. Wow, yeah, so sometimes there's definitely something wrong with my tablet, because sometimes it just doesn't register clicks. Like right then, oh no, wait, no, I figured this out before. I knew what this was. It's if I'm using a program that shares my mouse between my computers, and if it thinks my mouse is on the other computer, it doesn't know what to do with with tablet clicks. Anyways, back to what we were working on. All right, so yeah, all right, let's clean up the fence post from where the old let's clean up the bridge posts from where the old ropes had been connected, and I'll thicken them just ever so slightly. I'll thicken them just enough so that the snow on top is not the snow on top. I made it a little bigger than it should have been just to exaggerate the effect, but I'll make it just so that the snow is not exaggerated, and that should be fine. And then what? Oh yeah, so I don't think we actually need this. I can go away. And then, right, and so then we have to fade out the snow, and we're almost done, kind of. I mean, we're almost done with this, kind of. We just, because, like, that was the hard part, frankly. And then everything else is just going to be, like, pretty easy, I feel like. So actually, yeah, by this point, the snow is going to be, oop, we're lying around. Bridge snow, no background. By this point, the, whoa. Oh, no. I deleted, alright, I was going to say by this point the snow is actually going to be, hey, this is event time, by the way, is what that noise meant. I was going to say by here that the snow would be more the exception than the rule, but I guess that's not actually true, because I actually have this whole stretch to make the snow continue to fade out. What on earth is this? Is this snow that is not supposed to be there? Alright, let's get a bigger brush size for one thing. I don't need that super small brush. And then what? Let's make the snow get patchy. So okay, so apparently this is the line to which the snow. Oops, or what am I around? Yeah, I'm on the background there. Right. So wait, what? Why is that not working? Oh, because the other layer is on top. Right. So let's put this layer below the background. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. So there's that. So let's right, on the background layer, let's continue to erase stuff for a little bit. Oops, erase, I said erase. There we go. Yeah, let's erase roughly to where that line was, but then also where was that line? It's right, it was right near where the ice ended, right? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so that's fine. And then alright, so then on the background, let's make let's continue with why is it not changing tools? Weird. I don't know what that was about. So let's continue with the with this like snow and make it a little patchier. Like let's just have like places where the mud is peeking through, and then and then we'll continue the footsteps on this area, and then eventually we'll have like a small stretch where it just uses the darker colored snow. So it'll just have like these are like I don't know. This is just like the really like crummy snow that's like left over when most of it is melted, and there's just like a little bit left. So that's what that is, and then I don't know. This will be like the last little tuft. All right. Actually, maybe instead of that, maybe I should. I might just want to make it muddy instead. But it's the river, so it's supposed to be muddy anyways. So it's always muddy, I guess. I never used the handwriting thing. Maybe because my handwriting is also really bad. Like I have really bad handwriting. I don't know if I've shared this before, but like if I blame my tablet because my tablet also makes my handwriting actually worse. But like my handwriting is like my hands. Like this isn't the tablet. This is actually what my handwriting looks like. My handwriting sucks. So I think I could get it to work if I was like I could get the handwriting to handwriting to text conversion thing to work if I really tried, but most of the time I was like not worth the effort. All right, so let's continue the footsteps a little further. Continue them as long as we have like this type of snow, because this type of snow can still get trod. But then when we switch to the other type of snow, it's just that snow is like very thoroughly trod, so we don't worry about it. Yeah, and that's where it's just kind of like done, basically. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, all right. Let's go back and touch up. Oh yeah, wait. That water is actually on like a higher level, so let's well, I guess I'll just do this on the snow level instead. Bridge snow. Excuse me, because I don't want like the white soft snow to disappear immediately. So let's have a little bit more. But it'll be, not nearly as much. Like this is about as big as it gets, and then yeah, maybe there's like a little stretch, and then oops, that's way too low. Oh yeah, and then the other thing that I was noticing is that this actually the path got cut off a little too low. Wait, no, I'll just erase that from the bridge layer a little bit. It's just oops, wait. I thought that was the bridge layer. What layer is this? Oh, did I just draw that right? Oh no, there it is. It's on this unnamed layer. Oh, right. Yeah, so this is the ice layer. And yeah, I just came a little too far down when I was drawing these lines. So a lot of this will get drawn over with a little bit of the remnants of snow, but for the stuff that's not getting drawn over, let's just keep it in the river. Yeah, I think that's gonna be about right. Oh yeah, and also I was a little hasty and sloppy with how I chopped this up, so let's put in a little more of this path here. Not quite that much. So let's restore the footsteps, and then also, yeah, I put a little too much. I don't know if all people who make art do this, but like, I find myself like my lines are constantly at war with each other. Like I'll make a line, and I'll be like, oh, that's not quite right. Hold on, let me use the eraser tool. Oh, that's too much, and then I'll make the line again, and like I don't know, it's like I'm guessing actually a lot of artists don't do that, and I think that's why like my lines come out like they do. But that's like if that was the line that I wanted, like it would take me like a bit of a back and forth in order to get the in order to get it right. Alright, so continuing on with the snow, bridge snow, oh yes, the shading on this will actually make it even less subtle, or even more subtle. So actually we can go a little bit higher, because the shading tone is this tone. Oh, and I actually don't want it to come down this low. So like I said, constantly at war with each other. Because like the shape that I wanted was bigger than it was before, but it was smaller than this. So I draw a little bit, I erase a little bit, I draw a little bit, I erase a little bit. And eventually we end up with something shippable. I use that term really loosely, shippable. A lot of people have a much higher bar for what they would consider shippable, but whatever. Okay, that tapered off. Doesn't have to taper off quite so fast. I can have like a little bit more snow. Maybe like around the edge of the... Yeah, I guess around the edge of the ice will be like the last time that we actually have snow. Like this will be the end of the snow. Like this type of snow. Or actually no, there can be like a small pad of it, like, but not anything significant. Yeah, something like that. Not even like that big really, because I'm gonna shade it, and then I'm going to shave it, and then I'm going to reinstate the highlight a little bit, but like, yeah, it's gonna be a very, very small dab. I'm not 100% blown away by the texture here of the of how the snow fades out. Whoops, that's not the right tool. So I'm gonna trim it a little bit, because like, well, no, I should probably say it's fine how it is and like not touch it, but I'm gonna touch it just a little bit. It was a little too blobby. Because like when snow is melting, it tends to get like really like scraggly and like, I don't know. It's not like it doesn't occupy like very round shapes. It occupies like these weird like elongated shapes a little bit. Typically, so yeah, that's fine. Oh, whoops, sorry, I was not paying attention to chat. What are tablets actually called? Yeah, they're actually called, oh, yeah, graphics tablet would probably get you the good results. Honestly, like, just try Wacom. Like again, like, you don't have to get a Wacom. There are probably other fine tablet manufacturers, but, like, I mean, most of the, like, when I worked in AAA, most of the artists that I work with were using Wacom products, so like it's not a bad way to go. And actually, you can definitely do this. You can type here. We can do it together. Amazon. Well, actually, the way I went about it was a slightly different way. I actually used I think I actually used like Google Shopping or something. Well, all right, but you want to use Amazon, so anyways, whoops. I don't know if anyone caught that, but the first search, when I typed Amazon with an E at the end accidentally, alright, so here's an example of one, and then look here, now we have the graphics tablet category. So there you go, that's how you get it. When I typed in Amazon with an E, the first search result was searching for Amazon on Amazon, which I am impressed by. Anyways, Potato, hey, sorry, I was not paying attention to chat. Welcome. Gaben, I think Gaben checks his email, I heard. I don't know. Oh, whoa, actually, wait, hold on. I completely missed this. Sorry, just one second. Alright, alright, whatever, I trust you, Jonas. If this link is, I haven't actually checked out this link that I'm reposting for Jonas. And if it's something terrible, Jonas, you're gonna get banned for life. But I apologize if it is. No, I trust Jonas. It's probably legit. So, oh, save. Yeah, thank you. That's a good point. I wasn't saving very much yesterday. I haven't like re-exported it yet. Oh, is the script's still running. Alright. Hey, Nulkor, how's it going? Welcome. we we're keeping the bridge, or we're keeping the frozen river. I don't know if it's gonna be perfect, but I know it's gonna be in the game. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. I wanted the snow to get patchy over here. Oh, that snow also is like kind of a mess. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, like the snow wouldn't be here. It would be on the sides, because like the trodden stuff will melt a lot faster than the untrodden stuff. Like the only like snow, the last vestiges of snow are like along the sides of like they're like in shadows and like off the hey, event time. They're like off the immediately walked path. So yeah, those are the last remnants of snow, I guess. It was too much, too far. So yeah, I guess actually there should be more here as well. Alright, so, and then, well, yeah, I guess there'll be a little bit extending onto the path, but whatever. Right, and then also yeah, there could be some breaks, in the snow before that point, actually. I mean, this line is supposed to be like the point where the, well, no, you know what, that's probably fine. It'll stay frozen there. Maybe one small break. One super small break. It's like, oh, you're right, there's nothing underneath it. So never mind, it's fine. It's fine how it is. Or I could just, no, it shouldn't be coincident there. It'll be right before it. It'll be like, it'll foreshadow it a little bit. There's like a little bit of break in the snow. Although it's gonna look more like the bridge than anything. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's fine how it is. All right. So, what else? What else? That's like it basically for this layer. Oh, I left some of this snow over here unshaded, but other than that, I think that's like pretty much it. Or wait, I need the shading color, and then what is going on here? Oh, that's a different layer. What layer is that? Bridge snow layer? I don't know. Bridge snow layer is fine. I'm using too small a brush. Yeah. So just round these out a little bit, and then lighten them up a touch, and that's almost fine, except for the fact that I messed it up. Yeah, there we go. That's legit. Whoops, wrong layer. Oh yeah, I forgot that was on this layer. Oops, sorry little snow dot. Oops. Alright, there we go. So I'm gonna call this probably done, I guess. I don't know. We can get rid of, yeah, hold on, let's save everything, and then we can get rid of the pink, and then we can smoosh together all the other layers. I guess we didn't really have to get rid of the pink, but whatever. Oh, get rid of the orange layer too. We don't. Oh, and the water layer. One of the, oh, actually, hold on. So undo, redo. So all right. So this is water, and it's not actually part of the layer. Or it's not actually part of this image. And this is, I'm thinking this is the orange one, right? This is the bright orange, yeah. And this is not part of the image either. So I'll call this high water. Right, layer 2. What is layer 2? Oh, layer 2 is the grass. So, anyways, well, okay, so grass. Cool. And so let's hide these, because these are all not part of the layer. The water isn't part of this layer. The water will animate underneath this layer. So let's smoosh these together. Select all, copy, file, open. Oops, open. This is the near ground for the transition from snow to river, yes. So we had our temp art, which was not at all sensible, so now we can replace it with that. Alright, and then, oh, we need to set the anchor. Right, we need to set the anchor to something sensible. Specifically, we need to set it to, like, right around here. So, like, let's call it 1025. I'm reading like what pixel this is, and this is the 1025th pixel of this image. So the way we're annotating our transition, our special transitions. So the river is the river is the other special transition type. So good job, Nalkar, you did it, all you. uh, uh, sorry. I kind of knew that one was on the line when I was putting it in, but everyone has enjoyed it even more thoroughly than I would have expected. All right, so what is it? Snow transition to river. It has the river.txt at like just some arbitrary number, but instead we want it at what did we say? 1025, and actually we want it on the near ground, not on the mid ground. That's the other thing that's different. So I think I need to test this out to see how it looks first, and then I'll go back and like do more realistic stuff. Thanks, Nilkor. I almost missed that one. Potato, electricity. Wait, can't you just plug your phone into yourself? Because don't potatoes generate electricity? I feel like I learned that in like 3rd grade science class. Yeah, okay, so just before I make the rest of the stuff work, I'm gonna open so I can close this now. Well, actually I didn't need to do that, but whatever. I can close this too, because well, no, I really shouldn't. Oh no, I definitely shouldn't do that because I have to unsmoosh all the layers. Whew, that would have been bad. All right. So, whoops. Oh. Anyways. All right. So save that. So I don't accidentally mess stuff up. Let's open. Just so it doesn't look completely crazy. I also want to change the midground.pdn. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna flat temporarily, and use this whole thing as the other transition piece, just because this transition piece looks crazy, but it doesn't look quite as crazy as using like the temporary cave assets. So this is the midground, call it. So save that. Yes. And then all right, I'm gonna cheat the script so that it goes into like it. If you haven't seen me do this before, the script is basically gonna, like, the graphics are gonna go insane. So I apologize in some respects, but in other respects, like, I don't know. No, I'm sorry, because the game is gonna look kind of special in a way, like in some ways. All right, so what do we need? We need we need to go from we need to go from snow to river. So we'll cheat to snow, and then we'll cheat next to river, or we'll like force it to snow, and then we'll cheat to the river. So actually, I don't need to cheat because there is only one transition, but whatever. And then the other thing that we need to do is we need to reduce the transition delay. Have we done that already? We might have done that already. Is that why I can't find it? No, where is it? Oh, here it is. It's right here. We've not done it yet. I'm just blind. Oops. There we go. All right. So yeah. All right. Oh, I should have stopped the script earlier because thank you, Jonas. That's sweet. Every night in my dreams, I see really weird things. What was a recent dream? No, I had one of those like really mundane dreams recently, where like everything in the dream was like really boring. Like I was doing chores, not literally chores, but I was like running errands and like doing like life stuff. Except it was all like this weird nonsense life stuff. Like I don't even remember what it was. I just remember like in the dream everything was like so mundane. It was like, this is just my everyday thing. This is so boring. This is my everyday thing. But then when I woke up, I was like, that made no sense. Like I haven't seen any of those people in years. And like what was it? I think I was like taking care of a baby for some reason. I don't know. But alright. I get that sometimes if you play a game too much. Oh, maybe that's why I had my boredom dream because I've been playing World of Warcraft a lot lately, and I haven't been like playing it. I've been grinding, and so like I just yeah maybe that was part of it. I mean, so my dream was basically that I was just like stuck in that grind, running quests in real life. But yeah, it's funny how that happens. It's kind of a neat feature. It's like if you play this game like 80 hours a week, like it will invade your dreams. um, oh no! Ooh, I've never had one of those nullcore, but that sounds terrifying. I would like when I woke up for real, I would probably just like not move. Like when I woke up in real life, I'd probably be like just like waiting for something weird to happen. Uh, all right, so that's probably enough time. I don't know why I waited to restart the script. I'm testing art. I don't need to restart the script. I don't need to wait when I restart the script. So yeah, I'm sorry if the players so the game's going to be a little messed up right now, and I'm sorry if the player roster doesn't update correctly. I have the game running in turbo right now so that we can just get to the transition as fast as possible. I just need to see if there's like oh wait, this isn't going to work actually because I still have those ugly crugly. Hold on, I have to do one other thing and then I have to rerun the script again. Because these gradated things are gonna like look all crugly. Well, I mean, I guess we can see, but like these giant like weird things are gonna obscure the scene. These like giant like colorful blocks. So here's our transition, hypothetically. So you see like in the yeah. So those like giant, yeah, that's gonna obscure it. Oh yeah, no. All right, I forgot about those. So I just have to get rid of those, and then it like perfectly obscured exactly what I was trying to see. But I think that's gonna work, despite the fact that that looked terrible and whatever. So hold on, near ground and foreground. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's the other thing. So all right, so or no, wait, no, those aren't the ones I want. I want foreground and near foreground. Those are the ones I want. Copy those, transform river, paste, and then yeah. So delete these, and yeah, I need to name these with the suffix of where they're from. So snow. This is just I'm renaming them with the suffix, or I'm suffixing them with the name of the environment in case that this transition had two of these transition pieces. Then they would each be suffixed with the appropriate name of the environment. So I'm going to restart the script again. Sorry. Can someone confirm that this is reality? I mean, I can confirm that this is real. I can try and confirm that this is reality, but who knows? Maybe this is just dream Binri telling you that it's reality, when it's actually just secretly a dream still. What is the trick to check if it's real? Like you like. There are a lot of different tricks to tell if you're dreaming, right? I don't think I've actually ever pulled one off in a dream, to become cognizant that I was dreaming. But there's supposed to be a few tricks. Oh, turn the light switch on and off. Because dreams are kind of like games in that like it's really expensive to process like detailed lighting. So if you flip a light switch on and off in a dream, like it can't accurately render the new scene. Oh, I was supposed to be paying attention. That's probably fine. I mean, there'll be less snow, and that's probably fine. All right, and then we're in this place. So now we just have to do the other. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, the thing though about the Wikipedia page on dreaming is like, what if you're in a dream when you went to the Wikipedia page and it's not actually a way to check if you're dreaming? It's a fake way to check if you're dreaming, and it works because it wasn't a real way to check if you're dreaming. Dreams are tricky like that. Yeah, lucid dreaming. I was like mildly obsessed with lucid dreaming. Not obsessed, but like I was when I found out about lucid dreaming, I was like, that sounds awesome. I have to try that, and then it never actually worked. But I don't know. I mean, there are definitely I've never been in actually this is kind of better in some ways. I've never been in a situation where I knew I was dreaming, and then I could do anything because hey, it's a dream and I'm in control. But I've had awesome dreams where I learned how to like master what was ever really cool about that dream. So like I've had dreams where I can fly and then I figure out how to fly and then I just fly around and I don't know that it's a dream. So in that way it's almost better. So um yeah, that's cool. Not quite the same, but whatever. Uh what am I doing? Yeah, so all right. So now yeah, so okay, so I guess sorry, I just said a bunch of nonsense words like in a row unnecessarily. But before I do the other backgrounds, well, I don't have to close that actually. Well, for one thing, I should unsmoosh it. But I don't have to worry about that yet because I think I'm gonna do the snow first, the snow layers. So let's open those transitional snow pieces, and then I think the gist. Oh yeah, I need my contrast layer here because I cannot see that snow. Why? I swear, sometimes I click the new layer thing like a gazillion times and like. Anyways, all right. All right, yeah. So contrast layer, and then so what I know about this layer is that by the very end of it, there's going to be none of snow. There's going to be 0 of snow. I'm just moving that there temporarily. Oops, wrong layer. So by the end of this, there will be 0 of snow. In fact, there's going to be a certain point at which it'll be easier just to redraw in the snow. Actually, the halfway point. Oh, wow. Actually, wow. I didn't really intend for that to be a strategy to like thin it out, but that actually kind of works pretty well in terms of thinning. And I can go back and clean it up a little bit. But like that actually works out pretty okay. It definitely has like a slightly slanted bent to it, but alright, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, alright. I like it. I invented a technique. That might be too much actually. So actually let's switch to a smaller brush. And let's go, yeah, look at that. So, oops, actually that's too far. So like, I just want it to like fade out a little bit so that by the end there's, actually I should hatch the other direction. So it doesn't look too samey in terms of the pattern. Alright, so something like that could be okay, I guess. Actually, no, there's too big of a gap right there. Accidentally, I don't know, I guess I just like hit jackpot. I just happened to strike through the same. Oh yeah, no, I really can't do that. The first pass goes okay, and then it gets really bad really fast. But yeah, I really shouldn't get too worried about everything getting magically great. Wow. I streaked across this patch like a million times, and I guess I just kept missing stuff. Right, because yeah, I actually have to go in and clean this stuff up. Anyways. Do I? Maybe I'll just leave smaller flakes, actually. Because snow does tend to turn to smaller flakes before it goes away. So maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just like... Maybe I'll basically just finish this up and call it a day. Because it already loops, it already tiles. So let's just, yeah, alright, let's continue on like this. Alright, so it just thins out a lot on this edge, and but it doesn't, it doesn't wait quite that long to thin out. It starts thinning out sooner than that, and then alright, yeah. So, oh yeah, no, you know what is probably gonna happen is the snowflakes are probably gonna turn pink. So I probably do have to come back in and get rid of a lot. Oh, yeah, great. Not yeah. I think they're gonna turn pink, but well, I guess we'll find out. Anyways, I'll call that good for that one. So we can get rid of this layer, save that. Oh shoot! I never. Hold on. I'm gonna kill the script because I didn't wait long enough for the characters to repopulate, and so there are like no characters in it right now. So hold on, I'm gonna close that down just for a little while, and then I'll do the other snow texture, and then I'll rerun it, and we can see how the new snow textures look. So Uh, wait, what is this? Oh. um. um. Alright. Oh wait, which one did I just do? Did I do four foreground or near foreground? I just did near foreground, so now I need to do four foregrounds. Oh wait, I've had both of them open recently. Oh right, because I just replaced them. So this one's not done yet, I guess. Is that true? Where's the... Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay, this one's not done yet. So yeah, same trick as last time, I suppose. Oops. Accidentally grabbed the edge of the window. Alright, so thinning out stuff. Thinning. I should probably use a thicker brush for the rest of it, because I used a 0.6 brush, or 6-point brush last time. Get a lot of it. I should also be cutting in the opposite direction, because if I cut in the same direction too much, it'll look streaky. Oh yeah, that's the other thing, is that, you know, I want like no flakes on this edge of the screen, so I can actually just like get rid of all. Wait, what? What layer am I on? What the heck? I swear I'm like selecting all that and I'm hitting delete and it's just not going away. Oh, right, because I was sampling from the... That's hilarious. Oh no, so I have to start over. Hold on. Sorry. 1 second. Oh no, I was probably doing that before too. Shoot. Ah, are you serious? I hate this fill tool. The sampling on image rather than sampling on layer is the dumbest thing. It is the dumbest thing. Because I sampled on image and not on layer. Like, I was erasing tons of stuff, but it was leaving behind like these little pock marks. Dang it. Alright, so probably have to redo the other one. Let's see. How did it actually turn out? So this is foreground. So how did the near foreground actually turn out? There's probably like no snow left. I probably like accidentally erased like all of the snow. Let's find out. Spill tool, sampling on layer. Thank you. Okay, no. Alright, this one did work, I guess. Alright, so that one did work. So that's good. But yeah, no, this one I messed up at first. Alright, I was like, why is it not erasing? So yeah, for starters, you can get rid of pretty much everything from this edge of the screen. And actually, now that I think about it, we can get rid of even more. We don't have to. It doesn't have to linger for that. It doesn't have to linger for quite so long. Like we could get like, you know, it could go, I don't know, more like that even. That's a little blunt though, and I probably won't do that. I'll just leave it how it was because I don't care. But hey, yeah, no, I guess not. The more people talk off topic, the less I mean, like, yeah. So because people talk off topic a lot, I get a little desensitized to chat. Like, I just kind of like stop paying attention because at a certain point I'm like, oh well, that has nothing to do with me. And so, as long as you don't mind that I don't pay attention to chat a lot of the time, then have a ball. But if it does get to the point where I can't tell when people are talking to me, then I might ask you to dial it back a little bit. Alright, so this is just the big brush for... Oops, still too much. This is just the big brush for thinning out this half, mostly. And that's fine, probably. No, I went too much in the same direction. Alright. I gotta stop like doing multiple passes. I gotta just like do one pass and then flip it around and then do it in the other direction. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna do it this time. Oops, too heavy. Alright, no, I should start on the other side. There we go. Alright, good. Good, good. And now let's go in with a smaller brush, the 4-point brush, and just feather it a little more. Deep-a-doo, deep-a-doo-a-doo. Oops, too much. A little too much. Let's thin out this section a little bit more. So it gets a little bit patchy, but I don't care 100%. That's probably fine. Fine enough for my tastes. So let's call this good for now, and then I'll rerun the script. Oh yeah. Wait. I was like, oh, if people are talking about off-topic stuff, I should pay more attention to the red text. And so I looked over, and it was, of course, the question about talking off-topic. All right, save this. Rerun the script again, and then I was gonna say the other two layers shouldn't be that difficult, but I'm not even gonna say it. Not even gonna say it. Oh yeah. Huh. So the thing about the snow is that, like, either it's going to have this effect where it's just kind of coming out of nowhere for a little while, or I'll have to get really hardcore about the transition. I might just get really hardcore about the transition. Yeah, I think I'll do that, actually. Alright, so hypothetically the snow should transition out at some point. Like, it should get thinner at some point, like soon. Like here. Hey, look, it's getting thinner. So that kind of works. Yeah, just so it's not like a wall of snow that abruptly ends. But I think, so that, I guess that the way that I just set that up should work, but I'm going to change one other thing about how the transition works. I'm going to extend the cloud layer a little bit. So, ooh, how am I going to do that? Cloud layer. Oh. Well. Huh. Yeah, no, I know what I could do. I guess. Oh, yeah. Huh. No. What? So in order to minimize the degree to which, like, snow is falling where there are no clouds, I was thinking I could put the cloud layer on the middle ground layer instead. Oh, no, that wouldn't even. I'd have to put it on the near ground layer if I wanted. Yeah, no, I can't put clouds on the near ground layer because that'd just look weird, I think. Would it? It'd have to look weird. It'd have to, right? Let me think about this. Is there a way that it wouldn't look weird? I feel like no. I feel like it's just gonna look weird no matter what. I just don't want it to look weird, I guess, is why I'm trying to think of an alternative. I could try this. Alright, I'll try this quickly, and then please don't voice suggestions, please. Please. I can't. So, for anyone who, oh yeah, maybe I haven't said this recently, Nalcor, but I'm not taking suggestions, and if you could abstain from voicing them, that would actually be very helpful. I appreciate that people might feel a level of interest in that sort of way, but I can't accept that, and as such, it's really just easier if we just avoid it altogether. And if we could do that, that would be fantastic. So thank you. Excuse me. What was I gonna try? Oh yeah, great. So, this might be a mess. Oh, no problem. No problem, Melchior. This is gonna turn out to be a mess? I don't know. We'll find out in the near future. Where's the background? The snow background. I guess this works. copy this layer, add a new layer, paste this in, put it in the background. Alright, so what is the height of the snow? It is 137. 137. So 137 is where? 137. Hold on, let's deselect. Let's add a new layer for clouds, hypothetically. And then we're just gonna have like a thin wisp of a cloud, maybe? I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna try it. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's dumb. Whoever at paint.net was like, hey, let's make the spill tool pair with the dropper tool for sampling, for its sampling value. I resent that person. I resent that person strongly. Because I never even noticed it before, but the clouds are speckled because I spilled the other color while apparently sampling from image and not from layer. And these are where all the snowflakes had been covering up. Anyways. So right, what I need right now is pixel 137. And the adjacent pixels. So where can I put this color thing that's not in the way? Alright, so so pixel 137, if it's 150 pixels tall, pixel 137 is what, the 13th pixel? So 12, 13, 14. Select this range all the way across the image. Because we just need this thin band of clouds that will be like the source of the snowfall. I don't know if this is going to work at all. It's probably going to look super dumb. We'll see. And yeah, actually it's supposed to go all the way across the image. Wait, what? Oops, wrong tool. Undo. Control shift, or control click to add to the selection. Yes, there we go. Alright, so this is going to be cloud colored. The actual cloud color, not the stupid cloud color that happened because of Spill Tool sharing its sampling sampling mode with what are you doing? Clouds. Spill. Oh, right. And of course I was sampling layers, so I wonder like how much time I spend bemoaning that one specific facet of this program. Alright, so the other thing is I need to know, I might need to literally just change the cloud background in order for this to work, because like I can't go lower than this line and I can't go higher than this line, right? Like basically, so I might need to just change the cloud to like have a little less or just have a little more flexibility there. So yeah, what if I should just let's just increase the bounds a little bit. When people, like the whole suggestions thing, like it's a weird rule, and I understand that it's hard for people. So I don't. It's not a bannable offense. I just purge chat to get it off screen. I've gotten pretty okay at like not reading things. Like I've gotten pretty okay at like reading like half of a sentence, and I tend to make my calls based on that. So eventually it's going to come to the point that I'm going to accidentally purge something that was not in fact in any way related to what anyways. Alright, so yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna make these clouds look good, and then I can worry about fixing up the backgrounds afterwards. I'm gonna try and make these clouds look as good as I can. So yeah, right. So, well, so for one thing, well, yeah, okay, no, I will make it extend all the way to the edge, even though it'll look a little weird that there's snow falling on this background. But like snow falls sometimes on sometimes snow falls on like if snow, yeah, so like when it starts snowing, a lot of people probably know how snow works. I'm talking about how snow works in case we have like viewers from a tropical climate who honestly just don't know how snow works. But yeah, so like a lot of times it'll snow and it won't actually like accumulate on the ground because like it doesn't snow enough to actually get for anything to like melt. I'm gonna invert selection here, and then I'm gonna draw out clouds. It's just supposed to be a very fine cloud layer. I use like a 6-point brush, I guess, but I'll use a lot of like subtraction too. Whoops, that's too much. So the reason I inverted the selection is for when I erase, because I can't erase that line. That line is like sacred. Like that's the line that the snow emanates from, so I need to make sure that I at least have cloud coverage there. And then the rest of this has to transition into the other cloud layer. And there's not going to be any like smooth transition to it. It's just going to transition by merit of being the same tone and getting drawn over each other. And so it's well, for one thing, it's going to be a lot narrower than this actually. But it's also going to be like, the weird thing about it is that it's going to be like fast moving. Oh yeah, because it's fast moving, I should probably, oh, you know what I should probably do instead of all of this stuff is I should like make it, I should like, oh yeah, I should do that thing where like, was it like you bring the brush near the edge of the screen and it starts just like, it just starts like, yeah, like that. Cool. I can actually use that thing to my advantage. So yeah, because like I want it to be like not perfectly even, but I also don't want it to have like super fine detail just because of how it'll be moving on the foreground, whereas the cloud layer tends to move on the background. So because the cloud layer is not supposed to move super fast, but whatever. I think for this it'll be fine. And so then the last thing I'll do is like basically just take a section of this. Oh, I can't use the selection tool. I guess I can. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll so like actually cut this. We'll just do this on a new layer. And that way that piece of the clouds will be preserved. Wait, what? No, paste. No. Oh no. Oh no, I accidentally copied instead of pasted. So cut that on. New layer. Paste that. Alright, there we go. So now I can lose the selection because I don't have to worry about accidentally, as long as I don't accidentally work on the wrong layer, that won't get messed up. So then, yeah, like copy. Actually, maybe this will be fine. Maybe I don't need to change the background. Alright, just copy this and put it over here. Cool. Too far, a little too far over. We don't need it to extend quite that far. And then smooth the edges. Deselect. So it's just going to be like the edge of the cloud. I'll smooth that again after I smoosh the layers. And then, oh, here's the other seam. So just smooth this out as well. Very subtly. Super subtle. I'm sure it's going to be super subtle. Totally subtle. No, that sucks. How do I make this more... How do I make this transition better? Oh, I know. Oh no, is that... huh. I'll just pixel art it. I don't care. This is the only time I'm ever gonna do pixel art on this project. So wait, what is the pen tool? P. Alright, so color pick. Draw. Wait, what? What are you doing? Oh, it's drawing in an additive manner. Oh, that's not what I need right now. I need it to be more like. Oh wait! Oh no! Wait! I know what I'm trying to do. I think I know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do something like. Wait, what am I doing? Undo. Undo. What? I just need a smoother transition there. But I don't want it to. Wait. So what tones am I transitioning between? I'm transitioning between pretty bright and pretty faded. So where's a place where I actually do that? Anywhere? Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, look at this. It's gonna be perfect. Oops, too much. Actually, that would have worked, but whatever. Copy this. New layer. Paste this. Layer. Flip horizontal. Where'd you go? Where did you go? Where's my little piece that I selected? What? It just disappeared. That's weird. Deselect. Oh yeah, wait. Here, I'll move it down here so it's more noticeable. Layers. Flip horizontal. There it is. Alright. This is not super important, but whatever. Oh yeah. Also, wait, now I need to once again I need to cut this and put it down here. Oops. Oh no. I keep accidentally copying after I cut and oops, wrong layer. And it keeps clobbering my clipboard. Alright. There we go. Look at that. It works. And then, so what do I need to do up here? I just need a... Oh, for this one should be easier. So I can just, like, reverse this. Actually, yeah, I can reverse this whole chunk. This is, like, perfect. Kind of. And if anyone out there is thinking, like, Ben, you're caring way too hard about this, then yes, you're correct. I'm caring way too hard about this. But you know what? That's my prerogative. Deselect. Yeah, sorry, thanks. I'm sorry for missing that. Thanks for tuning in, Nullcore. It was nice to see you, and I hope to see you again in the future. So, deselect. Layers, flip horizontal. Where'd you go? There it is. Where's my ugly seam? It's over here. So it might look a little bit weird, but at least it's not gonna be. Oh wait. Yeah, right. So I have to deselect. Cut. Paste. There we go. All set. Perfect. Deselect. Perfect. Perfectly blended. That was hard. I made that harder than it had to be. And then the last thing to do is to smoosh these layers. Actually, no, I should keep the layers separated. So, cloud, line, and clouds. So what should I do? I'll just cover it up, I guess. Oh, I'll bring in the cloud line slightly. And then, oops, cloud line? Wait. Oh, did I get that backwards? Oh, no. Wait, this is the cloud line. This is clouds, and this is not an actual layer. That's a fake layer that no one cares about. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to bring in the cloud line a little bit, and then that way I can just, like, cover it up, basically. Oops. Yeah. I don't know. That's fine. Fine-ish. Yeah. Alright, cool. So now, let's see how this looks, I guess. Maybe? We'll see. We'll see how it is. Oh, the script's still going crazy. Alright, well, the script's going to go crazy again once I do this, but I don't care. Let's okay, let's smoosh these together. Right, that's all of them. Copy, and then where is it? Oh, I closed it. File, open, near ground.pdn. Paste that. So now it has. Wait, it didn't get clouds. Why didn't it get clouds? Did I forget to smoosh that layer together? Oh, wait. Oh, right, because it's the PDN. Derp. Not the, not the, ping. Near ground dot ping. There we go. Alright, paste it here. Now we have clouds. So save that. And then, yeah, and then the other thing I'm going to do, just real quick, is, I'm going to fix the clouds so that it doesn't have that speckly pattern anymore. Oh no! I do that. Yeah, I lose browser tabs. Like, I'll put a browser tab on the end, and I'll be like, I'm going to save this browser tab, and I'm going to come back to it later. And then when I've finished something, I'll just, like, close my entire browser, and I'll be like... that is my number one cause of browser casualties. Alright, before I bother messing with the cloud layer, I'm going to see how this looks, actually. So let's rerun the script. Yes. Alright, so now the difference is basically just going to be the clouds will like continue on a little bit, like in a thinner capacity. So I'll probably want to do something in terms of like that transition. I don't know what I want to do there. I'll actually, I probably won't worry about that. Whoa. Oh, yeah, because that layer's not visible for a while. So I'll need to put it on the middle layer, too. Because now the clouds are going to come in on the front layer. And they are going to connect to the clouds in the back layer. But there's a gap. So, right, the reason I added these clouds in is just so that... that probably looks just weird. That probably looks like more weird than anything. I mean, I won't get rid of it yet, because it'll be really easy to delete later, but, yeah, I think I need to, I mean, I could just literally move the snow clouds to different layers of parallax, and that would be easy to that would become easy once I did that, but, I won't do that yet. That'll be my plan B, I guess. Or something else to try if I feel like trying something else. Alright, so what do I want to do now? I guess I want to... Oh yeah, I was going to do that quick thing. Well, I'll bring down the script so that when I restart the script, it'll repopulate with characters and stuff. And in the interim... So wait, unsmoosh the layers. Unsmoosh. Yeah. Save that. And then, yeah, right, so real quick, let's open up, I might try that, actually. Yeah, I might just try that, actually. So let's go to, I might just try putting the clouds in the foreground and see how that looks. I don't know. I don't know what that'll do. No, it's gonna look weird. I know it's gonna look weird, so I won't do that yet. That thin band of clouds was like way too narrow, though. Right? Like, it was way too thin. Maybe it won't look as weird not on the pink background. Maybe... Yeah, I don't know. Alright. Trent Sterling, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, alright, so before I worry about that other stuff, I'm going to go to layers.pdn. I'm going to hide the snow for a moment. Whoops. Wait, what? Hide the snow for a moment, and then fix this color here, because it got foobarred. got messed up. So spill here. Oh, whoops! I'm spilling on the wrong layer. I'm sampling from layer, so that's good at least. So pick this color. Spill here. Whoops. All right, with less tolerance. Enough tolerance to get all those little flecks, though. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just do. Ugh, I say. All right. I'll just paint over them manually. Ugh. Sorry, this will only take a second. Those stupid little flecks. Those stupid little flecks. Resent them. Resent them strongly. It's that sample from tool. I should just install a better. Like whenever I'm in the middle of working on something, I'm like, well, I won't switch art tools right now. I won't switch art software right now because I'm in the middle of something. I'll do it later. And then as soon as I start working on something on art, I'm like, oh, well, this art thing isn't going to take very long, so I'll just do this one real quick. And so I always convince myself that it's not the right time to switch art programs. And that can only go on for so long, though. At a certain point, I'm just going to have to admit to myself that the time has come and passed. I hope I can still produce like the same line quality in whatever program that I switch to, because if I can't reproduce the same style of art in another program, that would become really sad. At that point, I'd basically just have to petition Paint.net for their source code. Is it open source? I hope it's open source, because if it's open source, I'll just hack their code to divorce those two settings. I know that's not really a suggestion. I'm gonna rinse it anyways because I told you what I'm gonna do, and if it's really excruciating to watch me like do this stuff, like I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I mean that's like why I have the dialogue, so that it's not tedious, hypothetically. And like if you feel like talking about stuff, like that's totally legit, but it's just not going to help anyone to talk about like suggestions and that sort of thing in chat. So that's why I'm rinsing that. But again, it's not because I don't like if I were in a situation where I could literally appreciate your help, that would be great. But I'm not in that situation, so all I can do right now is politely ask that you not. If you could, and I can say thank you very much for not doing so, because I mean most of the time that's not happening, and those are the best times of all. Thank you guys. All right, I'm just gonna hide some of the trees for a minute. While I touch these up, because some of the trees actually touch the clouds, so yeah. So yeah, and then back to this. All right, this won't take very long. It's just like so anything that I would do with the spill tool is going to like screw up the edges, like the borders. And I don't feel like screwing up the borders. Like this jaggy, awful line right here is because I use this spill can tool, and it's just like, or I use like the magic selecty tool, and like both of those, like, yeah, they're really convenient, and then you end up with like just a poorer quality of line edge, and like so for something that's like arbitrary and in the background like that, it's like, okay, so that line is jaggy and who cares, but these are supposed to be clouds, so having a jagged edge on clouds is going to give you something that does not look like clouds. It's going to look like a giant like mass of like Lego bricks in the sky for some reason. And so I know it's slightly tedious, but that's why we are going through and hand painting these. No, but like I was saying before, like I think like if paint.net was open source, I'll have to look into that. That's once I'm done with this, I'm gonna look in. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure it's freeware, but I don't think it's open source. If it is, however, I'm just going to literally hack it uh, respect my sample settings, because like literally, I the tool would be super easy to use. The reason these mistakes come in is because the like when these mistakes occur, it's because it's not obvious that these mistakes occurred, and so I click the spill can using the wrong sampling, using the sampling it gave me rather than the sampling I asked for, and then yeah, I just if I could just separate those two settings, I'd be so happy. um, and I mean, like for such a small change, like it's probably not going to be that difficult actually, unless their source code is like. I mean, again, they're probably not open source. I'm pretty sure they're freeware, but not open source. So I'm pretty sure this is just a hypothetical. But hypothetically, like in a relatively clean code base, like it's essentially that like they're probably literally using the same variable to represent that state, and so all I'd really have to do is or you know what they might even be doing is they might be using separate variables but then setting both of them when you change it, and like so hypothetically that should be a really easy fix. I mean, it's dumb enough when I say should be easy talking about my own stuff, so it's super dumb to be saying should be easy when talking about other people's stuff, but like I guess what I mean is like not instantaneous, but like entirely doable. And I would do that because like that's like my biggest gripe. No, that's definitely my biggest gripe, right? I know I have other gripes, like how when I click the new layer thing, it doesn't always create a new layer. But you know that like the new layer thing doesn't cause as much like work loss. I might if I was going to be editing paint.net, I'd probably also make it so that when you hide show a layer or show hide a layer, hide show a layer, it doesn't deselect that layer, because I mean I guess that's another tool that they added in because like they had an expectation of workflow and they thought it'd be super convenient, but for me it is not super convenient, and so it's just another one of those things that I bet that would be like not a difficult tweak, because like you can have hidden layers selected. All that happens is when you select a layer, it's hey, Vicious Kangaroo, how's it going? Next gen paint tool, binry. Yeah. Look for it soon. If it is open source and I can make those changes, I will release that as a public version for anyone else who's had to suffer through that sort of thing. Alright, VG Clouds is one layer, right? Okay, yeah, this is all on the same layer, so I'm just going to copy this and thwomp the old file. So that wasn't too bad, right? Alright, open bg.ping. And so now, instead of that like messy texture in the sky, it was, whoops, I copied from the wrong layer. Because I did the hide show thing, right? That's why I copied from the wrong layer, right? Alright. So there's I don't know if it even shows up, but like there's this messy texture that I just painted over, so now it's gone. Alright, good. Cleaner. Wonderful. Hopefully. Alright, so I don't have the script running. So I guess I can rerun the script now. I mean, just to have the script up and running again. So I'll make the speed normal. Some stuff will be screwy, but I'll at least make the speed normal again. While I work on other stuff, and then I'll have to come back to this. Alright, so yeah. Alright, so one thing I could do is put the clouds on the front layer. But you know, at that point they're just really not going to look like clouds. Clouds parallax not because they're in the distance per se. I mean, hypothetically they're above you, but they're so far above you. Like this whole perspective is like screwed up that we can like actually see clouds there. So I guess actually, I don't know, hypothetically the clouds layer is cutting off like in the distance. And anyways, let's alright, let's work on the other transitions, and then I can, and so yeah, once I get the ground transitions in, I can like try and like tweak the sky a little more to make it do something, maybe. But I might also just like call it fine and you know, and just like do whatever. Uh, so all right, for now, let's move this aside, and excuse me. All right, let's do the other transitions are they're very straightforward. Like they're not. I'm not gonna call them easy, and I'm not gonna call them quick because whenever I do that, I always prove myself wrong. Oh, what is this? What on earth is this? Oh, this is where I was working on the snow. So don't save. No. Oh yeah, that was the one that I reopened, but I didn't actually edit. And then okay. So, yeah. So these ones. Wait, what is this? Why do I have that open so many times? All right, that one's good. I don't really need to look at that anymore. Oh yeah. So let's. I didn't actually smoosh layers. I just hid layers. All right. It's all still intact. All right. So save that. And we can close that for now. We can close that for now. Oh, actually, no. We should put that here too. Now that we have it fixed up in both places, or so we can have it fixed up in both places. So let's copy, background, paste. Yeah, there we go. All right. So now, all right. So I mean, it doesn't really matter which one we do first because it's gonna be pretty similar both times. I mean, like in this one. The gist is just that, oh. Alright, so one interesting thing is that on this layer, I guess I have to figure out where we need the muddy banks to start, because, huh. Yeah, I might have to go back and edit the top layer a little bit, because, well, hold on, let me see something real quick. Where was it? It was a transition, snow, river, near ground.pdn. Let's see what it would look like if, yeah, okay, so this tree coverage is pretty full. I might need to like spackle in like just a little like snow in the background to cover up these little gaps right here, because we might need to cover up the muddy banks of the river in the background, because like this river just kind of like pops in on the foreground, but because the foreground and the I'm using the exact wrong names. The near ground and the mid ground. This is the near ground, because the near ground parallaxes on top of the mid ground. The muddy banks, like the place where the river starts, is gonna move relative to the background. So I think. Oh, so I should probably have muddy banks peeking in over here. Hypothetically? Or, I mean, the alternative would be having frozen banks along the river. Oh, which I do kind of have. I do have frozen banks. Alright, okay. Yeah, so the river does have, like, frozen banks. Okay, so they will be frozen. But it's still going to be a little bit weird, because the foreground is going to parallax relative to the background, so like it'll technically like shift a little bit along the riverbanks, and I guess like the best we can do is like make that as not like weird looking as possible. Is that right? I guess so yeah, I can kind of tell like what range the river will draw in front of, because like if this like break, like this break right here is like the kind of the key point. If this so yeah, what pixel location is this? This is like pixel location like 1050-ish, like 1075 is kind of like the middle of this. So 1075 perfectly lined up. I'm gonna add in a new layer just to annotate this. When they're perfectly lined up, 1075, is that what I said? When they're perfectly lined up, it's going to be approximately here. This is where the river break is going to happen. So that means because the layer above it moves oh, this is going to be weird. The layer, so the middle ground layer moves at 4 pixels per frame. The layer above it Uh, that sounds amazing, Jonas. I would wear those. Um, so this layer moves at it parallaxes at or when it as it parallaxes it moves at 4 pixels per second, or no, excuse me, 4 pixels per frame, and the layer above it moves at 6 pixels per frame. So relative to each other, uh, hmm, oh, yeah. So I guess the question is like, how far is it going to take this to get off screen, and that will be versus how far will it take the layer above it to get off screen, and that's how many pixels it will actually translate. The difference between those two things will be how many pixels it translates. So if the layer above it is moving 33%, well, roughly 33% faster than or 50% faster relative to this. Oh wow, wait, hold on. Yeah, like six seems like 50% faster compared to 4. I mean, like 4 seems like 33% slower compared to 6, but which of those is the pertinent value here? Is it that the one above it is gonna... Yeah, this is gonna look weird, I guess. So no, actually this is a strong argument for muddy banks. Because if I do muddy banks, like I was saying in the first place, then I don't have to do the transition of the banks in the background, and so it'll be a lot less obvious. Yeah, I think, okay, yeah, I think that's the correct answer. So I do have to revisit this briefly, because I have to put mud on the river banks. Otherwise it's going to look weird. Trust me. Wait, okay, so, let's, copy this layer over here for a second. Put it, like, pretty far in the background. Yeah, all right, so this is like the muddy river line, and it's okay to have like snow on like the ooh. No, this is gonna be weird. It's gonna be a little weird either way. And I think the way to just the way to make it least weird is just going to be to excuse me. What is this? It's the bridge snow layer. Is that where that is drawn? Yeah, whatever. I'll just draw it on the bridge snow layer. Basically, take the bridge snow layer and actually use a bit of this tone to, yeah, just kind of like, oops, I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Bridge snow. Just like to add in like a little bit of mud along the banks here. It can still be frozen. There can still be the ice line. But as long as we have as long as we have this as well, like maybe that's a little weird, but it's weird in a way that I don't care about. Like it's the lesser of two evils, I guess, is one way to think of it. All right, so there's snow, and then there will also be ice, but there's just going to be a little bit of oops. Oh, I'm sampling from the layer. Of course. So, oops. There's still gonna be ice, and there's still gonna be snow. There's just gonna be a sliver of the muddy banks, and that is going to make all the difference. Wow, I'm suddenly a William Carlos Williams poem. Boom. How's that for a reference? I'm not illiterate. I can reference William Carlos Williams while while drawing stupid art for this game that I'm working on. I don't... Oops, hey, event time. Alright. So... what am I trying to do here? I kind of like messed up the shape of the river, is what I'm trying to fix right now, and it's not coming easy, but we can do this. So, yeah, the banks, like, came... Oops. Banks were supposed to go at, like, this angle, roughly. Yeah, I think it's getting there. Getting there. Sorry. Yeah, is it a little loud? I could turn it down. For the first, like, 2 days that it was on, it would startle me, too. Like, I would, like literally, like, most of the... Not every time it happened, but, like, most of the time it happened, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's the other thing, is, oh yeah, okay, so I'll have the muddy banks, and then I'll also cheat it with snow, so that boom, I just don't have to do anything basically. It's just like there's snow on the banks. That's what it is. The banks are muddy, but then there's snow on them, and everything is explained, and I don't actually have to do any transitions or any real work really. I just let it all do that on its own.